So let's continue with non-resident taxation. We are learning special rates given by chapter 12. Determination of tax in case of certain special cases of non-resident. Here we are going to talk about section 115 AC, tax on bonds or GDR. Specifically our focus is more on GDR. So what do you mean by GDR? GDR is a global depository receipt issued by foreign bank in a foreign country. What is GDR? GDR is a global depository receipt issued by foreign bank in a foreign country. So what is the role of India? GDR is issued about Indian company. Say for example RIL. So RIL will give to the Indian depository. Please understand, RI will give the shares of Indian company to the Indian depository. Indian depository will give the some deposit receipt to the foreign bank or foreign depository, and foreign depository will issue GDR in their country. So this GDR are actually earning income from India. They are actually earning income from India. They are earning, or this NR are earning income from GDR which derives value from India, or it's a GDR of Indian company. So obviously they are liable to pay tax in India. Because they are liable to pay tax in India, we have to give them some encouragement, some concession, some taxable some low rate of tax. Then only these people will invest here. Okay, so let's look at this. Eligible assessee and special rate of tax according to section 115 AC, where the total income of the assessee being a non-resident includes, this is for bond, for clauses for bond, income by way of interest on bonds of an Indian company issued in accordance with such scheme as central government may notified, or bonds of a public sector company sold by the government and purchased in a foreign currency. So these bonds are purchased in foreign currency. That's the main attraction here. Obviously you are buying bond in foreign currency, then only we will give you the concessional rate. Income by way of dividend on global depository receipt. First point, issued accordance with scheme of central government may specify again the initial issue of the shares of Indian company and purchased by him means non-resident in a foreign currency through approved intermediary, or issued again the shares of public sector companies sold by government and purchased by him in a foreign currency. Here seller is the government and buyer is the NR, and he has given foreign currency in India. So dividend on those GDR will be considered here. Third, issued or reissued in accordance with the scheme framed by the central government may specify against the existing shares of an Indian company purchased by him in a foreign currency through approved intermediary. Now next point, income by way of long-term capital gain. That was the dividend income or income on bond. Now long-term capital gain arising from transfer of above bonds or GDR. That means we are not only talking about revenue receipt, we are also talking about long-term capital gain. For both this we are talking the concessional tax rate here. The tax rate is very much low, 10%. Not even 20%. The tax rate is 10%. Okay. So income tax will be charged at a 10%. Sir, will you get any deduction now? Obviously no. Where the gross total income of NR consists of aforesaid income, which were discussed in clause A and clause B and clause C, no deduction shall be allowed under 28 to 44C, 57 and even chapter 6A. Deduction under chapter 6A is also not available against the long-term capital gain arising on transfer of bond. That is the special income. 10% rate is given to you. How can you claim any deduction? No deduction. Whole gross amount of gain will be taxable. Where gross total income of a non-resident consists income of other than interest, dividend and long-term capital gain. So we are discussing if your income consists any other income, general income, normal income, then chapter 6A deductions will be available to you, my dear friends. Filing of return is not required. If you are holding a GDR, you are NR, non-resident, obviously we don't want to kill you with Indian compliances. We are saying you are not supposed to file ROI if the TDS is deducted in India at appropriate rate. It shall not be necessary for non-resident to furnish ROI under 139(1). A return of income if his total income in respect of which he is assessable under the Act during the previous year consists only of aforesaid interest, dividend income, and the tax deductible at source under the provision of chapter 17B has been deducted from such income. So only special income and TDS has been deducted, then you don't have to file ROI in India. Concessional tax treatment for GDR and bond acquired in course of amalgamation. Now we have discussed certain specified entities. That entity went for amalgamation. So your GDR will be exchanged accordingly. Sir, will you get benefit for new GDR exchange in a scheme of amalgamation? Definitely yes, because for you it is the same investment only. Where assessee acquired GDR or bond in amalgamated or resulting company by virtue of his holding of GDR or bond in amalgamating or demerged company. So you were holding an old company, the GDR were exchanged for the new company. In accordance with the provision of 115 AC, the concessional tax treatment will be applicable to such GDR and bond newly acquired by you in the scheme of amalgamation. So what do you mean by global depository receipt? It's a definition now. Global depository receipt means any instrument in form of depository receipt or certificate created by overseas depository bank outside India and issued to investor against the issue of ordinary shares of issuing company being a company listed and recognized in stock exchange in India, and foreign currency convertible bond issued by the company. So obviously what is the underlying asset? Either shares of Indian listed company or convertible bonds of Indian listed company, and foreign depository, overseas depository is issuing GDR in foreign countries. So this is the whole tax treatment, concessional tax treatment for GDR. What you should remember, what you should take away from here: any interest, dividend and even long-term capital gain on GDR is taxable at a concessional rate of 10%. Obviously the TDS rate for a representative section is also 10% plus applicable surcharge and cess. Thank you.